Starting a no money spent team in Diamond Dynasty can feel a little overwhelming. There's a ton of modes, programs, rewards. It's really easy to spend a lot of time grinding things that don't actually improve your team or move you towards your goals. So in this video, I'm going to show you a simple, efficient system that I use every year to complete the Live Series collection and build a competitive team without spending a single dollar. Now, the first step in this system actually happens before you even start grinding Diamond Dynasty, and that's making sure your gameplay settings are set up correctly. If your settings don't match your playstyle, the game is going to feel frustrating and it's going to slow you down without you even realizing. Most settings come down to personal preference, but there are 3 settings that I strongly recommend if your goal is efficiency. So the first setting I recommend is playing on All-Star difficulty. Most of the online modes in Diamond Dynasty will start at All-Star, so practicing it early on will help you adjust faster. If you need to start a little bit lower while you're learning, that's totally fine, but try to work your way up to All-Star as soon as you can. And this year in MLB The Show 26, playing on higher difficulties gives you more PXP, which means your players will parallel faster. Zone hitting gives you the PCI, which lets you control where you place your swing in the strike zone. And third is pinpoint pitching. With pinpoint, you draw the motion of each pitch with the right stick, which gives you the most accuracy. Both of these settings will take a little bit of practice, but they have much more control than the other options. The rest of the settings, you can just adjust as you play and figure out what feels best for you. So for tip number 2, I want you to go ahead and get as much free stuff as possible. The first place I always check is the store, because every year there's always a couple free packs that are available right at launch. Now today, there isn't anything since this is early access, but once the game goes live, I almost guarantee there will be something free that SDS gives us. Just be sure to check back pretty frequently, because some of these rewards are only available for a limited time. You should also link your Twitch account to your MLB account, and when drops are enabled, you can basically just throw on your favorite streamer in the background and earn free packs. Now, I don't have one of these packs available, but the last one is to sign up for the scouting report. Basically, they'll send you an email every once in a while, and then every month, they'll go ahead and send you a pack as well. Individually, I know these don't seem like a lot, but they're free, and every little bit counts. So next is what I call the progression loop. I use this every year when building my no money spent team, and it's going to work for you all year long. The goal is really simple. You basically just want to work towards multiple rewards at the same time. After the moments, you'll unlock some of these players. In this case, we have Bichette available. You'll add him to your lineup and help complete missions throughout this program. If you have some open positions available, go ahead and add some team affinity players to your lineup to work on that grind as well. So then you'll go ahead and pick a mode to play. It doesn't really matter what. It could be Conquest, mini seasons, but in this case, we'll probably go ahead and do the event. Not only will we get event progress, but we'll also get multiplayer program progress, and we'll also get first inning XP program progress. That's 5 things that we're basically going to be grinding at the same time with one lineup. That's what you want to do, rinse and repeat over and over until all of your programs are done. The one little caveat to this is try not to do everything all at once. Pick 1 or 2 programs and grind them until they're completed, and then move on to the next one. So for those of you that really want to go ahead and jump in online, there's a few things that you need to know. And the first one is ranked seasons. So early in the year, some players choose to buy stubs and open a ton of packs and get insane teams from day one. That can give them a huge advantage right away, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it can make ranked really tough if you're just starting as a no money spent player. So personally, I hold off on ranked until my team is a little bit better. It should only take a week or 2. However, what I would recommend is checking out Battle Royale. Basically, it's a 26-person draft, so the teams are pretty even. You still get great rewards, and you're basically just trying to go 10-0 without losing 2 times. Also, something really cool about this mode is you can try out a bunch of the top cards like Shohei or Judge and see if you like their swings before you drop a ton of stubs on them. And they'll get to keep all of the PXP that you gain in this mode from them when you actually add them to your collection. And last but not least is events. They're little 3-inning games that get cycled out every week or 2. There's still a lot of great rewards, but the idea is the same. You're still trying to get 10 wins before 2 losses. It's usually pretty low stress, and I usually have a lot of fun in this game. Now, the ultimate goal is to be able to complete the Live Series collection, get Troy Tulowitzki, Pujols, and Felix Hernandez. But to do that, we need to talk about Stub Strategy. Spending your stubs is one of the most important things about no money spent. And in general, you should have a plan on where your stubs are going before you even have them. Whether that's towards packs or towards a specific player on the market, most players usually fall into one of two categories. There's pack-focused players and there's market-focused players. So for the pack-focused players, it's exactly what it sounds like. You're going to be ripping a lot of packs. Basically, you go through any game mode that you want, rip all of your packs, sell your duplicates or cards that you don't want or collections that you're not going to complete, and then you recycle those stubs into buying more packs. This is what I did last year to get Carlos Beltran, and honestly, it's literally one of the most fun things that you can do in the game. Potentially pulling one of the biggest diamonds is so fun. And then there's the market-focused players. They kind of take a different approach. Instead of recycling all their stubs into packs, they sell everything that they're not actively using, and they try to specifically target players or players from a specific program to complete it in the order that they want. That's what I'm going to do this year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and it should be really efficient. There's really no wrong way to do this, and a lot of players end up somewhere in the middle. Some of them buy packs and target certain players, but the most important thing is just have a plan on where you're going to use your stubs. So for the next tip, I want to go ahead and talk about the auction house. Now, I don't want to get too deep into the weeds, but there are a few things that you should probably know. First, whenever possible, try to use buy orders instead of buy now. Buy now is basically you click the button, you spin the stubs, and you get the card immediately. Or you could put in a buy order, you front the stubs, and then somebody else will fill that order later on when they want a quick sell. You should be using buy orders to complete your collection. It's going to take a little bit longer. You're not going to get those cards right away most of the time, but it's way cheaper. Also, try to focus on getting cards that you're actually going to use right away, or cards for a collection that you're actively trying to complete. It's pretty easy to get scattered across a bunch of different programs, so just go back to what I talked about earlier and know where your stubs are going. So if you want to make a little bit of extra stubs, flipping cards on the auction house can be pretty effective. Just remember that there is a 10% tax on every card that you sell, but the idea is pretty simple. Buy low, sell high. You don't need huge flips, just small, consistent flips adds up to a great streamline of stubs over time. And if you are going to be using the market a lot, which as a no money spent player, I assume you will be, I highly recommend downloading the companion app. The great thing about this is that you can place orders and manage your inventory when you're away from your console, so that when you actually have time to sit down and play, you can focus on the game instead of the market. And the most important tip of them all, at the end of the day, it's just a game. The most important thing is to have fun, play with the cards that you want to play with, spend the stubs how you want to, play whatever game modes you enjoy the most. But with a little bit of patience, a little bit of strategy, you can earn any card in the game. If this guide helped you get started, consider subscribing. Let me know in the comments below which tip helped you the most, or share one of your own. And if you guys want to see all of this in action, I am going to be dropping my No Money Spent series later today, so stay tuned in for that one. Like and subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Take care.